I hope you'll agree that men in general are far better looking than women are. After all, when men go out and want to look their best, they just put on a good suit of subdued colours. But women, on the other hand, have to dress themselves up to catch the eye. Birds are different. The hen birds are usually the dowdy ones, while the flamboyant cock birds are decked out in gaudy colours. A peahen, for instance, is dressed in quiet greys and browns, and everyone knows how resplendent a peacock looks with his tail fans out. Now, if you happen to visit a stately home or castle and the peacocks won't spread out their tails for you to take a photo, let me give you a tip. Borrow a mirror and hold it out so that the nearest peacock can get a glimpse of himself in the glass. He won't realise it's him, of course. All he'll see is a potential rival bird, and that'll make him fan out his gorgeous tail and strut around as if he was the owner of the estate. And while he's suffering such delusions of grandeur, you can get a super snap to show your friends. But usually male birds are slightly more practical. Well, ducks, for instance. In spring, the mallard drakes are flamboyant with shining colours because the flashiest drake will have the best chance of attracting the pick of the female ducks. But moving from ducks to people, Shula's been having a second courtship with Mark Ebden. And she's had the sort of problem that ducks never have to worry about: where to hold the wedding reception. Last week she called round on Caroline at Grey Gables.
Hello. Why are you looking at me like that?
Actually, I'm thinking of selling him.
Oh, Did you hear that?
I'm sure I could get, 1,000. 900 anyway.
No, don't fight him.
He knows I never would, that's the trouble.
Have you had a row?
I've been trying to worm him. You should have seen the fuss.
Oh, didn't you want that nasty thing stuck in your mouth?
Perhaps you'd like to put some oil on his spare martingale.
Not really, no. Shall we go for a swim?
Oh, all right. What about either? I think the chlorine might sting his eyes. I'll just put this lot away.
You know, I lost 3 pounds last week.
Oh, well done.
Do you think I look much thinner?
Oh, yes, much.
Really?
Really? You're very brown, too, aren't you?
I hope the sun stays out. I want to lie by the pool. Do you think it'll fade much by the end of September?
Depends on the weather, I suppose. Can you see a snaffle anywhere?
Do you think it's going to be a hot September?
September's never very hot, is it? I suppose this year might be unusual. Have you managed to sort out a marquee?
No, they're all booked up. We're going to look at Redgate Manor.
Oh, are you?
Well, we're going to see it anyway.
You've been there before, haven't you?
Not for ages. It is nice, though, isn't it?
Very posh.
All those tapestries and 4-poster beds. Do you think it's a bit gloomy?
Well, on a dull day. I suppose it all depends on the weather.
Oh, that's not much help.
What does your father think?
Oh, we haven't told him yet.
How's his beard?
Actually, I was looking at it this morning, and I'm sure it's coming out a different colour this time.
That's not possible, is it?
I don't know.
Hello, you two.
Hello.
Oh, this is where the Pony Club hangs out on Sunday afternoons. Would you like to join?
Oh, no thanks. I don't trust anything with more than 2 legs.
Either won't hurt you.
He's quiet as a lamb. Lambs being those little things that hop about in the field.
That's right. Did you want something? We're going down to the pool.
Both of you?
I'm just going to keep Shula company.
Well, I'm sure Daddy won't mind. I might even join you later if I've got the time.
Oh, well, we won't be long. Well, there's nothing else to do. We might as well make the most of it.
Caroline, before you go, I've been having a look at the ballroom. I really think it needs brightening up, don't you?
Well, I suppose it could do with a touch of paint.
It needs a bit more than that, surely. It's like a morgue.
Have you spoken to your father about it?
I thought I'd ask you first.
Oh, yes.
Shall I go on down?
I'll have a think about it.
Okay. Perhaps you could come into the office tomorrow morning and we'll talk it over. Have a nice swim.
Thanks. There goes our conference and facilities manager and public relations officer.
Oh. Is she still after your room?
Mr. Willis told her she can't have it.
What, just like that?
No, I'm still there and she's not. So I'm not sure how long it's going to last.
What happens is she keeps pulling herself up on the arm of the settee and then she can't sit down again. So she yells and I go in and sit her down and then she pulls herself up again and yells and so it goes on.
Oh dear.
She's lovely though, really. When she says Dada.
Neil's at home looking after her, is he?
Oh no, he's up with his hens. My mum's babysitting.
Hens are like cows, you know.
Are they?
Yeah, like all animals. You can't go off and forget about them, even on a Sunday.
No, you can't escape from animals.
That's why I'm here and not in Wales.
Are you going to Mr. Jordan's funeral?
Oh, yes, of course. I was a nice old bloke. In a way, I feel a bit responsible.
Do you think it was looking after your case that killed him?
Eh? Oh, no, nothing like that. He obviously had it coming.
He was getting on, I suppose. He wasn't.
He only kept working for the love of it.
I work because I have to. I don't know about you.
Right.
Mrs. Archer enjoying her holiday?
Bad? I suppose so. I hope so.
You must be nice to the kiddies.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of room in Wales.
It's a pity you had to come back.
Well, I'm trying to make the best of it. Can I have another pint, please?
Righto.
Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Evening. Hi. Give us a pint, will you, Susan?
All right. I'll just do Mr. Archer's.
Oh, have one on me. You look as if you need it.
Oh, thanks. Stinking hot in that barn tonight.
Hens all right?
Can't complain, I suppose. Just wish they'd look after themselves.
Neil's finding it ever so hard at the moment, aren't you, Neil?
Well, sometimes it gets a bit much.
What with the hens and the harvest and the egg round?
I expect you're having to do a fair bit of overtime.
Yeah. Well, at least I get paid for it.
Most nights he doesn't get home before 9 o'clock. And then he's up again at 6 in the morning.
It's surprising what you can do on 3 square meals a day.
Well, he can't keep it up forever. Here you are.
Oh, thanks. You're lucky to have a wife like Susan to worry about you.
Don't you think he looks tired?
You going to Percy's funeral on Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I doubt if I'll be able to get away. I didn't know him that well, anyway.
You don't want to work till you drop like him.
I'm not in me 80s, though, am I?
He was only 75.
I wonder what'll become of Elsie.
I don't suppose she'll go on living in that big house all on her own.
It's not very big, is it?
It's twice the size of our place.
I haven't seen her for ages.
Used to be a proper farmhouse.
Poor old Percy. Anyway, life must go on, I suppose. Cheers.
And Hazel thinks we could put a plastic ceiling halfway up to stop the echo.
Really? That's interesting.
Well, you know what the echo's like in the ballroom. If you stand in the right place, you can hear the band play twice over.
Oh, come on, Daddy. We don't want to bore her with business on a night off.
No, I think it's fascinating. We'll have a chat about it tomorrow morning. I'm dying to hear the details.
Did you have a nice swim?
Yes, thanks.
You're lucky to have a pool like that in Ambridge. I'm sure the villagers need to make good use of it.
Oh, it's not open to the public. Oh, of course, Caroline's welcome to let her friends use it any time, especially Shula.
She wants to stay brown until her wedding. I can see she must be trying to lose weight as well.
Oh, it's such a pity we can't have the reception at Grey Gables. It could have been Hazel's big function.
Yes. It's a shame, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake, Daddy. Caroline's going to think I'm trying to take over.
No, of course not. It's nice to be able to share some of the responsibility.
Oh, just think, Caroline. Once Hazel settles into her job, you'll be able to take a proper holiday without me having to worry.
Yes. That would be nice for us both.
Well, that's the trouble with Caroline. She doesn't know when to stop. When was the last time you went away?
Oh, I suppose it is a while now.
It must have been your trip to Berlin last Christmas.
Yes, that was it.
Unless, of course, you count your mysterious visit to London.
Oh, when was it?
Oh, when was it, Caroline? Must be a couple of months ago.
Oh, I can't quite remember.
She just walked out one evening with her suitcase. I thought she was never coming back.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
I went to stay with a friend.
She had to look after someone who was ill.
Oh?
What was her name?
Sally.
Oh, that's right, Sally.
Oh, hello, Tony.
Evening.
Not much happening at the ball, so I thought I'd come and join you. Hello, Hazel.
Hello.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to watch the film on telly. I'll see you later.
Yes, Mr. Willie.
All right, Daddy.
Bye, Jack. Would either of you like a drink?
No, thanks.
Hazel?
Oh, I think I'm going to bed.
Oh, I'm too late, am I?
What?
Well, I just felt like some stimulating female company.
Actually, when I finish this, I'd love another.
Oh, good. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Cheers.
Cheers.
I've just heard about Caroline's mysterious disappearance.
What?
You know, when she went up to London to look after her girlfriend.
Oh, yes, I remember.
It was only for a couple of days.
Poor old Jack was in a bit of a state.
Daddy? Why was that?
Well, for some reason, he thought you were never coming back. Isn't that right?
I wasn't able to give him much notice.
Oh, I remember Mum trying to stop the rumours.
What rumours?
Well, you know what people are like in this village. You can't do a thing.
Perhaps it's a bit early to go to bed.
Oh.
You'll have that drink, then?
Oh, yes, please, Tony. Funny. A moment ago, I felt quite sleepy. Now I'm beginning to wake up. Hello, Susan.
Morning, Shula.
Are you looking for Neil?
I'm more waiting for him, really.
Oh, I see.
Well, why on earth didn't you come in?
Oh, I only just got here. And Emma's gone to sleep in the buggy.
Have you walked all the way?
Yeah, Neil was supposed to meet me down by the lane, but I thought he must have come up here.
No, he hasn't come in yet. He must be still doing his hem.
Yeah, he was supposed to give me a lift to the bus stop before work. It's nearly too late now.
Well, can I take you? I'm going that way.
Oh, no, I don't want to put you out.
It's no trouble, really. You can sit in the back and hold Emma.
Well, I'm not sure what to do about Neil. I wonder where I've gone.
Ah, here's somebody now.
Is that him?
No, it's Tony.
That's Neil in there with him.
Hello. I found your husband down the lane.
Oh, Neil, what happened? Are you all right?
I've just pulled him out of the ditch.
What? Have you had an accident?
Yeah, came off the road down by Marnie's.
Oh, no. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. He was lucky. You should see the van.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I wasn't going very fast.
I knew something like this would happen. You've been working too hard.
Now, don't start that.
What about the van?
Bent the front wing and smashed the radiator.
No.
And 6 dozen eggs. It's like one big omelette.
Can you mend it?
Yeah, it's not that bad, I suppose. It's just a blooming nuisance.
But you can't manage without it.
Well, it's going to be off the road for a few days, so I'll just have to, won't I?
Come on, that's your deal.
Aye, that were diamonds. It was
Of
on.
course it was.
It's nearly time for the bingo.
Just because I'm old don't mean I'm stupid.
It's been a lovely day, hasn't
Are
it?
you going to deal or not?
No. Oh, I've had enough.
Let's talk about something pleasant, shall we?
Go on, then.
Well,
It's Percy's funeral tomorrow morning.
well done, Mr. Gabriel.
The Lord is taken away.
Poor Elsie. I do feel sorry for her.
Who's next, then, eh?
He was only 75.
In the midst of life, we are in debt.
Still, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who want to pay their last respects to him.
Oh, well, I don't see why I needs to go.
I beg your pardon.
They'll be playing the same tune for me before long.
Did you say you weren't going?
Well, Percy Jordan was not.
Jordan didn't have an enemy in the
And
world.
he didn't have many friends, neither.
What about all that cricketing he did?
Oh, that was years ago.
He was a dull sort of chap. Wanted to be church warden.
Never did nothing for me.
There's no reason why you shouldn't go to his funeral.
Well, I reckon we should give him a proper send-off.
Yes, for Elsie's sake, if nothing else.
Oh, of course I'm going. I ain't missed a funeral in this village for 60 years.
I should think so too.
Trouble with Percy was he didn't have no sense of humour.
Well, that's a fine way to talk.
It's true, though. He could never see a joke.
Well, I suppose that depends on what you call a joke.
You could never get a laugh from him no matter how hard you tried. He used to look at you as though you was deaf.
He was as slow as they come, old Percy.
He was decent and respectable. You couldn't hope to meet a nicer man.
He just weren't very good company.
He used to try and crack jokes now and then. I could never see the point of them myself.
Perhaps he just had a different way of looking at things.
What things?
You know what I mean.
I'll be there anyway. I'll put on my suit for old Percy.
It's a while since we had a decent funeral.
You both sound as if you're looking forward to it.
And £0.5 of that nice-looking Stilton. It does look good, doesn't it? Oh, perhaps I ought to have £1. I think we ought to encourage Martha. She is a bit wary of Stilton. Sometimes it doesn't sell very fast. I remember the trouble I had trying to get her to stock continental coffee beans. Would you like £1? Yes, please, Dorothy. Oh, I might take some home myself. By the way, did Richard manage to get in touch with Brian yesterday? Oh, I don't know. He's postponed the PCC meeting till next week. Jean Harvey's got flu. Oh, right. I'll tell him just in case. He's frantically busy with the harvest at the moment. Yes, I think that was another reason for putting off the meeting. Oh, could I have £0.5 of mushrooms? Right. Richard hardly seems to be at home much these days either. I could never be a vicar. I'm just far too selfish. Richard seems to thrive on it. I daren't even think what Brian would be like in a dog collar. Well, people only come to you to be christened, married or buried, or when they're just plain desperate. Oh, what an awful thought. There's this rather sad couple over at Edgeley. The wife's been ill, then the husband lost his job, then they were evicted, and now she's pregnant. Richard's been trying to pick up the pieces. It sounds ghastly. Well, at the moment, they're living in a room over the bakery.
Well, shouldn't the council look after them? They're on the housing list. But there really doesn't seem to be anywhere else for them to go. Here you are. Oh, thanks. Oh, can I have a few courgettes? Yes. Oh, dear. All this sadness and disaster in the world. And here we are. Doesn't make you feel guilty. Well, you can only do so much, I suppose. How many would you like? Half a dozen will do. You don't think they've brought it on themselves? I mean, he's not dishonest or completely incapable, is he? No, I think it's a genuine case of pure bad luck. They never really had a decent start. There is a way I might be able to help them. Really?
Morning.
Morning, Tom. Hello, Uncle Tom. You're all dressed up. Oh, of course, it's a funeral.
I'm just on my way down.
You in a hurry?
Well, I just wanted some peppermints. Do you mind?
No, go ahead. Here you are.
Thanks, Dorothy. Is Brian going?
No, he's really too busy.
Well, I'd better get on then. I reckon there'll be quite a crowd there this morning, and I want to get a decent seat.
I'm sure every one of us here has their own special memories of Percy. His warmth, his kindness, and his generosity. His willingness to give freely of his time to help others. Above all, perhaps, his very individual sense of humour. I remember I came across Percy by the bridge once, watching the waters rise after heavy rain. And he remarked that if his name was Noah, he'd be getting worried. We both agreed that you'd need a pretty big ark to save all the animals in Ambridge. I'm sure all of us who knew him.
I remember the time he scored 140 not out against Waterley Cross.
Oh, I should have mentioned his cricketing days in my sermon.
Oh, well, it's just as well you did. We'd have been there all afternoon as well.
I heard a bit about Noah's Ark.
Hope you didn't think it was out of place?
I dare say if old Noah was alive today, he'd be worried enough.
Oh, I enjoyed that joke, Vicar.
All the sin and wickedness in the world. 40 days and 40 nights it rained and all the creeping things perished on the earth. Isn't that right, Vicar?
That's what it says in the Bible.
It's a pity we don't hear more about old Noah. Don't seem to be the fashion nowadays.
It must have been a lot of work looking after all them animals.
He was a farmer just like I am. A stockman.
Right, well, here we are then. Now then, wait for you, Joe.
Sir.
One of your specials, Walter.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Sure you won't have another, Richard?
No, thanks. I must be going.
That's right, isn't it, Vicar?
What's that, Joe?
Old Noah was a stockman, just like I am.
Yes, I suppose so.
Not just sheep and cows and pigs, giraffes, lions and rhinos. And haven't you always admired the way he handled the both of us?
Well, it depends how you take it.
Take what?
The story of Noah and the Ark. You're not meant to take all Bible stories literally, Joe. The truth in them isn't necessarily the literal truth.
Yeah, that's right enough.
Hey?
Anyway, I really must go. Thanks for the drink.
Oh, cheerio, Vicar.
Bye, Richard.
Did you hear that?
What's that, Joe?
Did you hear what he just said?
What, Richard?
Well, he can't believe it. He said the story about Noah was true.
Oh, cheers then, Tom.
Cheers.
That means there weren't no ark, no flood, no nothing.
Oh, there's some good old stories in the Bible, eh?
But how can he say that? It's written down there in black and white. As for our wickedness, millions of sinners were drowned in the deep.
Well, that's what it says, all right.
And the animals went in 2 by 2.
That's right, 2 by 2.
Oh, it's just a story, Joe.
You mean you don't believe it neither?
And the dove brought the leaf back from the mountain.
I want to hear you say it, Tom Forrest. Do you believe what's written in the Bible?
I'm as good a Christian as you are.
That's not what I said.
And every time you sees a rainbow, you knows it ain't going to happen again.
Do you believe it?
It's not like history, Joe. It's well...
Come on then, what is it? A pack of lies?
No, of course not.
I likes the story about Jonah and the whale.
Never mind about him, we're talking about Noah.
Like Richard said, we're not supposed to take it all literally.
Well, go on then. You tell me how I'm supposed to take it.
I don't know if I'd like to be swallowed by a whale.
I'm not stopping you believing it. You go ahead and believe what you like.
I know what I believe. I want to know what you believe.
The animals went in 2 by 2, the elephant and the kangaroo.
Well, if you must know, Joe, I don't believe it. Not in the way you do.
There. I thought as much. Blasphemy.
Oh, no, it ain't.
Of course it is.
What about Lot's
Hey,
wife?
you keep out of this.
Now, look, Joe, if you're going to get so steamed up about all this, perhaps you ought to take it up with Richard.
I might do that. I might just do that and all.
Here you are, Gran. Hope you haven't dropped anything.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Just put it on the doorstep. I'll take it in later.
I can only get that large washing up liquid.
And never mind. I'll use it up in the end.
I seem to have spent all day shopping.
It's quite warm this afternoon, isn't it?
Guess I think I'll have a swim when I get back.
Why don't you sit down and cool off for a couple of minutes?
Oh, yes, thanks.
I've got a chair ready for Mr. Gabriel. He's coming round for tea.
How's Uncle Walter? Haven't seen him for a few days.
Oh, he's his usual self, if you see what I mean. Are your family all well?
Oh, yes, thanks. I'm in Brian's bad books at the moment.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry to hear that.
I've just spent rather a lot on garden furniture.
Garden furniture? That sounds nice.
Yes, it is. It's just very expensive.
What I'd like is a little picnic table with an umbrella over it.
Oh, I've just given all our old stuff to Pappy Tooney.
Oh, I didn't mean I was after yours.
Anyway, I've decided I must try and economise.
Oh, that's always easier said than done, isn't it?
Well, at least I've said it. That's a start.
Mrs. Sparky!
Oh, here comes Mr. Gabriel.
Hello, Uncle Walter.
Oh, afternoon, Jennifer.
Here, steady on, Mr. Gabriel. You shouldn't dash about in this warm weather.
But Mrs. P, ma'am, I've got something to tell you. I just had a message from Elsie Jordan.
Percy's with him.
What message?
Oh, Percy's remembered me.
What?
He's remembered me in his will. He's left me something.
Oh, Mr. Gabriel. And after all those things you said about him.
What is it?
Oh, I don't know, but it's something. Perhaps he wasn't such a bad chap after all.
David's supposed to be coming in. I don't know where he is.
Is there any more ice?
There should be. Have a look.
He's trying to make me look feeble.
Any idea when you'll be finished?
I don't want to stop till we've done the whole field.
Aid, driver. Now, don't drink it too fast. You'll give yourself a headache.
Got a headache already.
What do you think?
About what?
Redgate Manor.
Oh, where's that brochure?
Here. It's got pictures.
I know what it looks like. I've been there.
I wish you could have come with us.
I can't just skip work whenever it suits me.
I had to use up half a day's holiday.
Oh, didn't know they had peacocks.
We didn't see any.
Oh, there's one here.
You think that's too many roses?
Grade 1 listed. Well, I can't imagine why.
It's mostly Elizabethan.
Probably means they can charge 10% extra.
Come on, Dad, it's a beautiful
I
house.
should have picked some more Budleyer.
Well, it seems to tell you everything except how much it costs.
There should be a price list inside.
Well, do we have to hire the whole place or just a couple of rooms?
You get the downstairs and the garden, don't you, Shula?
It's perfectly big enough.
I can't see any price list.
Perhaps it's fallen out.
It's only a bit of paper.
Well, surely you can remember how much it is.
She did tell us. Can you remember, Mum?
Not exactly. I think that's too many reds, don't you?
Why don't you add some more leaves?
Well, I can't possibly decide until I know how much we shall have to spend.
We don't have to decide straight away.
Well, what did you think? I mean, it's your choice in the end.
I thought it was very nice.
Well, you don't sound very keen.
Well, if we can't have a marquee, then let's have Redgate Manor.
If the weather's nice, then people can sit out in the garden.
Well, what's wrong with the inside?
Nothing. It's just got a lovely garden.
Well, I can't concentrate now. My mind's too busy.
Well, we can have a proper think about it this evening.
Doesn't look as if David's going to come in.
Do you want some more lemonade?
No, thanks. I'll just finish this.
What about Neil and Jethro?
Jethro's got a bottle or something.
There's really nowhere else. That's the trouble.
What about the village hall?
Don't tease her.
We'll get the WI to knock up a few sandwiches.
Has Neil's van been mended yet?
Well, it's only happened yesterday.
How long is it going to take?
Well, I don't know.
Is he having to walk everywhere?
Well, I don't know. I suppose so.
Well, can't you lend friend in the Land Rover?
Not now, in the middle of harvest. He's obviously managing somehow.
I can't see how.
Look, we're going flat out at the moment. So long as he's able to turn up on time and do a good day's work, then I can't see the problem.
Well, what about his hens?
Oh, yes, well, that must be difficult.
There must be something we can do.
If there was, I would have done it already. Oh, I'm sure he can cope. Anyway, I must get back out.
Will you be in before supper?
No, I doubt it.
Bye, Dad.
All right.
There. That'll look nice in the dining room. Oh, I was sitting on it. What, dear? The price list for Redgate Manor.
What time is it then?
7:30.
7:30?
Yeah.
You want a swig of this?
No, thanks.
Oh, it's gone flat.
Have you seen my sandwich, Brock?
Not since dinner time. Did you take it out into the field?
No, I left it here somewhere.
Perhaps you put it in the tractor.
There it is.
Ah, you were going a bit fast, weren't you?
Huh?
The last time you passed me down the lane. You nearly had me in the ditch.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You came hearing round the corner. I heard Dad trying to pull over.
Ah, you should watch where you're going.
I'd have thought you'd have learnt your lesson.
I wasn't going that fast.
Your trailer was bouncing up and down.
It was empty.
Out it does.
Oh, Neil? Yes, Mr. Archer. I just wanted a quick word about tomorrow.
Are you going to start on the long field?
Well, that depends on the weather. There's quite a few jobs to do down at Hollow-Tree. Yeah, I know. We can manage here without you. If necessary, I can get Graham to do a stint on the tractor. Oh, OK. Thanks to both of you for this afternoon. I'm glad we got it all done.
Oh, it's all right, Buck.
I should go home and wash the dust off.
You got dust all up my nose.
Oh, I shall have a chance to sort out all those wieners. What's the latest news on your van? Oh, it's still down at the garage. Any idea how long it'll take? No, they haven't started on it yet.
He's a bit fed up, ain't you, Neil?
I'm sure you are. Can't you hurry them up? Well, he reckons they've got too much work on. Is it that place over at Waterley Cross? Yeah. These are all right. Just a bit slow. About your egg round? We'll have to wait.
I'm just going to take him up to Willow Farm.
Oh, good. Well, I won't keep you. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, Buck.
I'll go straight down to Hollow-Tree. Oh, all right. I'll know where to find you.
Let's go then, fellas.
You sure it's all right, Jethro?
Yes, I don't mind. I can't wait up there, though.
No, I'm not asking you to hang about. I'll find my own way home.
Are you going to walk?
If I have to, yeah.
It's a long way.
It's not that far.
What about tomorrow morning? You want me to take you up?
No, thanks, Jethro. I can't ask you to get up that early.
Oh, I'm up by then, anyhow.
You don't want to go messing about before work.
You'll have to get there somehow.
Yeah, well, look, if I'm desperate, I'll come and haul you out to bed.
You can't go on like this for long. You'll have to think of something. Genesis chapter 6 is all there. You go home and look it up. You showed me, remember? There was a picture in Sunday school of the bird flying to Noah with a branch in its beak. I suppose you can remember it all happening. Oh, it was a formal time. It's a pity they didn't have photographs. And the animals going in 2 by 2. You don't believe it, do you? Oh, it's a good story. But I don't see how it can be true. Another unbeliever. How could they take enough food to feed them all? Yeah. He didn't have concentrates in those days. Betrayed by his own confessions. There must have been hundreds. Giraffe, rhinoceroses, camel. You condemn yourself in front of witnesses, Jethro Larkin. You're headed down the broad path of ruin and damnation. Don't be daft. It's been going on like this since the funeral. Mine is a steep and narrow path. Come on, have another drink and cheer up. We'll have a pint of cider. It's your round, Eddie. Oh, blimey. I thought you were offering. Oh, you got the last one.
All right, let's have your glasses.
Oh, now the same again.
Back in the moat.
If the last trumpet was to blow tomorrow, there'd be pandemonium in this village. Maybe. I still ain't found one true believer. Oh, it's no good asking me. You want to talk to the vicar? I don't think I won't. Well, get on with it then. It's his job to come and see me. That's what he's paid for. He ain't going to come unless you ask him. You were there. You heard him, right? It's his fault. He's to blame. He's the shepherd who's been leading his flock astray. Richard? There's not 1 ounce of faith between the lie. Rubbish. It's a fact. You can't deny it.
Dad?
I'm surrounded by doubters and everything.
Dad, have you moved the van?
Of course I am. What's the matter?
Then somebody's nicked it.
Hey, how'd you know?
I just stepped out the back and it was done. Somebody's taken it.
Oh, I wonder who that can be.
I can't stop, I'm late. There's a letter just come. I think it's from Mark. Oh, thanks. Here you are. I'll have to read it at work. Your windscreen's filthy. How can you see out? It's all this dust. The water's run out in the washer. You ought to give it a wipe. I'm just going to. By the way, your father's seen the price list for Redgate Manor. Oh. I suppose he was bound to sooner or later. I think it came as a bit of a shock. He went quite pale. Oh, he'll get used to it. Hello, who's this? Oh, Neil. But that's not his van. At least it's not his new one. That's the one he had before. Hello, Neil.
Morning, Mrs. Archer.
Oh, I've forgotten my diary. I'll get it. No, I know where it is.
Morning, Shula.
Morning.
Is Mr. Archer about?
Yes, he's inside.
I want to see him about the pigs.
Could it?
Yeah, I did. I borrowed it back again.
Oh, that's nice. So you can use it till your new one's mended.
That's right. Mr. Archer's in the kitchen, is he?
Yes.
Neil Carter!
Oh, here's Eddie.
Oh, blimey.
Neil Carter, I'm looking for you.
All right, Eddie.
What's the matter?
He's stolen my van.
What?
I haven't stolen it. I borrowed it.
You nicked it. We'll have you arrested.
Just a minute, Eddie.
I didn't steal it because it's not yours.
It's mine and I want it back.
It's not yours because you never paid for it.
You liar. Yes, I did.
You still owe me 120 quid and I've still got the logbook.
You hand it over.
Eddie.
I'm sorry, Eddie, but either you pay up or I'm going to keep it. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
And when the time came for the pig to be killed, me and my sister Alice used to go out and watch.
Did you?
Yes. My old dad had sent for the pig sticker, and he'd come round in his blue and white striped apron.
How quaint.
And he'd come back the next day and cut up the pig.
Dad keeping you entertained?
Oh, I was just telling her about how we used to kill the pig at Martimus.
Really? My old granddad was very fond of his pig.
I'm sure you must have some interesting stories about your childhood, Nelson. Why don't you sit down and tell us all about it?
I ain't finished yet, love.
My dear, I wish I could. I'm simply rushed off my feet.
Oh, come on. I haven't seen you for ages.
Well, he's too busy.
Some other time, perhaps.
I'd like another drink, please.
All right. Same again?
Same again.
Dad?
Not for me, thanks, no.
What brings you down from Grey Gables?
Oh, I'm just looking up some old friends.
They don't come much older than I am,
Yes,
know.
you seem to have friends everywhere.
Do I?
I'm always bumping into people who claim to have met you.
You do meet a lot of people in my profession.
What was it? Conference and facilities manageress?
For the time being.
You mean you aren't staying for good?
I'm sure Hazel's the sort of girl who likes to keep on the move. That'll be £1.20.
Well, don't you like Ambridge?
Yes. I might even decide to settle down.
It's not so much the places as the people in them. Don't you agree?
Oh, well, there ain't nothing wrong with folk in Ambridge.
Caroline, for instance.
Caroline?
I'm sure you enjoy working together.
Oh, we get along.
I'm glad to hear it.
You won't meet a nicer girl than Caroline, you know. She's been brought up to be a lady.
Yes. I'm always rather surprised to find she's got so few friends.
Hey, she's got plenty of friends, ain't she, Nelson?
No, I mean real friends, close friends. There seems to be no one apart from Shula.
Oh, I think she's just careful in her choice of confidant. So am I.
Well, you can't blame her for being choosy.
Even so, I would have thought an attractive girl like her would have a few boyfriends. I haven't even heard any rumours.
There was a young lad, what was his name?
No, Dad, you must be thinking of someone else.
He used to fly an helicopter.
Oh, yes, Paul. That was ages ago, surely.
And I did hear about a chap who used to work in a restaurant.
Really? Who was that?
I'm afraid my father's memory isn't what it used to be.
Here, hang on, give us a chance.
I did wonder when Daddy told me about her mysterious visit to London, but it turned out she was looking after a girlfriend.
Well.
Oh, I can't remember who it was who told me.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, good afternoon.
Hello, Hazel.
Oh, it's you.
Would you like a drink?
A lager, please, Nelson.
A lager. Very well.
Was it you who told me?
Told you what?
About Caroline's boyfriend.
You know, the one who used to work in the restaurant.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it was. We had a few drinks in the Bull one night and you was talking about it.
Was I? I don't remember.
It's all right, Tony. We promise not to tell.
Well, there's nothing to tell. I just saw her there once, that's all. This restaurant.
Oh, there you are. I knew there was something.
You saw them together?
No. When I saw her, she was with Brian.
Brian Aldridge?
Yeah, he was meeting someone there.
Was he?
Look, as far as I know, she only went out with this bloke a few times. It's supposed to be a secret.
Here you are. Your lager.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, she does have some secrets.
Oh, well, there ain't nothing wrong with that, love. I've got a few skeletons in my own cupboard.
Your father was right, Nelson. I've obviously misjudged her completely. I'd no idea she went into a secret affair.
No. It wasn't an affair or anything.
Has Dad told you about his recent good fortune? Come on, Dad.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Percy Jordan's left me something in his will.
Uh-huh. What?
Oh, well, I don't know yet. I'm going round to see Elsie this afternoon.
Isn't it exciting? I'm sure Hazel would love to hear about old Percy.
Have you had lunch yet?
Yes, I was on my way back to the office.
I'm glad I saw you.
I've had a sudden thought about your wedding. I had a letter from Mark this morning.
Oh, did you?
How is he? Fine. Just a long way away.
No, it's only a couple of weeks. What was your thought? Have you definitely decided on Redgate Manor?
More or less. It's just so expensive.
How much?
I can't remember exactly. I'm sure Dad will pay for it, but I don't think it's worth that much.
Are you going to look at anywhere else?
Where? That's the problem.
Well, you know my Uncle Adrian?
Lord Netherbourne?
Yes. Well, when I saw him at Easter, he was trying to open Netherbourne Hall for things like balls and wedding receptions.
What is he?
It's huge. Not all of it. Just the hall and the long gallery. I think the Inland Revenue finally caught up with him.
How much is it?
I don't know. But it's bound to be cheaper than Redgate Manor. And nicer.
You should have told me.
I would have. I'd forgotten all about it till yesterday. They may have decided against it.
Can you find out?
Yes. I'll ring him this evening. Are you interested?
Of course I am.
I thought we should go and have a look at it, if I'm right.
When? This evening?
I don't know. Tomorrow, perhaps.
I could take a couple of hours off tomorrow morning. Can Mum come too?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll try and make an appointment.
Oh, thanks, Caroline. It could be just what we're looking for.
You've never been there, have you?
No.
It's lovely. Anyway, I must dash.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Jennifer.
I seem to have met half the village this morning. Hello, Caroline. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Guess who's in Nelson's?
Who?
Hazel Woolley.
Oh, thanks for the warning.
And guess who else is in there? Nelson? Only. I'm sure it's pure coincidence.
Yes, of course. I really must go. I'll ring you this evening.
Right.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Are you in a hurry? I've got time for a quick coffee.
No, I can't. I've got an appointment with our solicitor at 2 o'clock sharp.
Oh?
Actually, if you see Brian, I'd rather you didn't tell him. I don't want him to find out.
Captain! Come here! Oh, wretched animal.
Darling, I was on my way up to the bar.
You've come rather a long way round.
I wondered what all the noise was about. Has he gone off somewhere?
No, we're just playing hide and seek.
He's never been properly trained, that's the trouble. Would you like me to help you look for him?
No, thanks.
I know these woods quite well. I used to play here when I was a kid.
I can find my own way. George has been showing me round.
Oh, yeah?
I wish he was still here. He'd know what to do.
You tried whistling?
Whistling?
Yeah. Captain's a bit deaf. He might not hear you calling.
He's not deaf. He's just stupid and disobedient.
Oh, perhaps if we just sit here for a bit, he might come along.
Oh, yes. We might have to stay here all night.
Eh?
What do you take me for? One of you rosy-cheeked village maidens?
No, I didn't mean anything like that.
So, what did you mean?
Well, nothing. I was just trying to help, that's all.
Go on, then.
What?
What are you waiting for? Here we are, alone together in the woods. You won't get another chance like this.
You mean...
I won't stop you.
Look, Hazel...
You've been chasing me around all week. Now, you've caught me.
I'm sorry, you must have got the wrong idea.
Well, I didn't think you would, somehow.
Oh, it's not that. I mean,
yes,
you know...
I know. You haven't got the nerve.
Well, of course I have. It's just...
The sooner your wife gets back, the better. Or has she left you for good?
I don't think that's fair.
I mean, you could hardly blame her, could you?
Hello? Hazel?
No.
Come on. You can kiss me if you want to.
Get off.
I've got Captain. Oh. Hello, Tony.
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Mrs. Archer. What a surprise.
Captain just turned up in my back garden. I thought you might be looking for him.
Yes, we were.
won't we, Hazel?
I'm sure it's all fairly harmless. I just wish he wouldn't go round making a fool of himself.
I don't think he realises. That's the trouble.
Oh, he must do, surely.
Here we are. There's 2 sheets and 4 pillowcases and my spare duvet cover.
Thanks, Walter. It'll probably go through in one load.
No, it's me who should be thanking you.
I'll put it in the car.
Yeah, would you like a cup of tea before you go? It's in the pot.
Have we got time, Jennifer?
Yes, I'm sure we have.
Good. I'll just get some more milk.
Shall I get it?
Oh, no, I can manage.
Now, the same thing happened last time she was here. He just doesn't seem to learn.
I don't want to sound mean, but that's never been Tony's strong point, has it?
Oh, I wish that girl had just go away.
Well, is that likely?
At the moment, it looks extremely unlikely.
La belle dame sans merci.
What? Oh, yes.
Though I wouldn't exactly call her beautiful.
She's got a very hard face.
That doesn't seem to worry the men.
That type can get away with murder.
Yes, among other things.
Oh, yes. Now then, where's the sugar?
Actually, Walter, don't pour any for me.
Huh?
I want to buy a couple of things at the shop. I might as well pop over now.
Oh, well, all right then, love.
I'll see you in a minute, Jennifer.
Okay.
Bye, Walter.
Oh, cheerio, Peg.
Shall I pour?
Oh, darn, Jennifer. Not too much milk for me.
Right.
Hey, now that she's gone, there's something I wants to show you.
Oh?
Yes. Yeah. Have a look at this.
What is it?
It's a photograph album.
Oh, it looks very old.
It's what Percy Jordan left me in his will. It was all wrapped up in brown paper.
Can I see?
Well, I know you're interested in old photographs.
Oh, when were they taken?
Well, what do you reckon?
Looks like the 1920s. They're all of the same person.
I'd have never have thought this.
Who is she?
Rosie Wynyard, who married Piggy Atkins.
Yes, I remember Grandad talking about her. Oh, goodness, some of these are rather saucy.
There's one of her lying on a tombstone in the churchyard. There. Look at that.
Oh, yes, very elegant.
Oh, ain't she handsome?
Who took these?
Percy Jordan. I remember Percy had a camera and he was always snapping away at whatever took his fancy.
They must have been very good friends.
Oh, I reckon they was more than friends. Hey, look at them pictures.
Well, I suppose if they were courting.
Yeah, but don't you see? Them photos was taken after she married Piggy Atkins.
Were they? How'd you know?
Well, look at her. She's a mature woman, and she married when she was only 19.
You'd better make sure these don't fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, well, there ain't many left now who'd realise. Oh, Percy Jordan. I'd have never have thought it.
But why did he leave this to you?
Oh, I reckon it's because he knows I'm artistical and I likes to look at pictures. Besides, he couldn't leave them to Elsie now, could he, eh?
You sure you like it? You're not just being polite?
No, it's really great. Mum thought so too.
I'm sorry I couldn't come round with you.
Oh, it didn't matter. Lord Netherbourne was sweet.
He's lovely, isn't he?
Yes. You'd never guess he was a lord.
Who actually showed you round?
I'm not sure who she was exactly. Some sort of dog's body.
I think their staff tend to come and go.
Anyway, we've booked it.
Oh, I am pleased. I'm glad I was able to help.
Just think of the invitations. And afterwards at Netherbourne Hall.
Will there be enough room?
Massive. We'll only need the long gallery.
It's a nice room, isn't it?
It's bigger than our whole house put together.
Does your father want to see it?
Dad? Oh, there's no point. All he has to do is sign the cheque.
I see. I'm sorry I can't get you a discount.
That's all right. It's less than Redgate Manor anyway.
It's a pity I didn't think of it before. I could have saved you a lot of trouble.
Never mind. At least we hadn't booked anywhere else.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Nelson.
Why are you hiding away in a corner?
We're not hiding.
We don't often see you here at lunchtime.
Well, I was just passing through and I thought, why not pop into Grey Gables?
Would you like a drink?
No, thank you. I've got to go back and look after the wine bar. Do you mind if I sit down?
No, of course not.
Have a sip of my gin and tonic.
Well, perhaps I will have something after all.
No, I'll get it. What would you like?
A small glass of mineral water, if you're sure.
Yes, of course. Caroline?
I'm all right, thanks.
I shan't be a second.
Well, How are things?
Fine, I think. Did you mean anything in particular?
I've recently renewed my acquaintance with Hazel Woolley.
Oh, how nice for you.
She came into the wine.
Yes, I'm afraid she is.
She's one of the most unpleasant women I've ever had the misfortune to meet. But whatever else she may be, she's not stupid.
No, I realise that.
She's also inquisitive. She knows how to make people talk. People like my father. And Tony Archer.
Oh.
Personally, I wouldn't trust her an inch. And neither should you, my dear. Neither should you.
Hey? Oh. Well, couldn't you knock or something? I might have been having a bath.
Not in the living room.
Anyway, now you're here, perhaps you'd like to have a go at this.
Me?
Yeah, I can't get it to work. Doesn't seem to suck at all. The bits just stay on the carpet.
Perhaps the bag's full.
No, it isn't. I had a look.
Why is this room in such a mess?
I don't know. I've hardly been in here. It's how Pat left it.
You ought to try and tidy it up.
But what do you think I'm doing?
It might help you open the curtains.
I can't see how that'll make any difference. Did you come round to check up on me or what? Oh, yeah. Now you can see all the dust.
Tony, I was talking to Mum yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You're going to tick me off about something, aren't you?
No, of course not. I just thought you'd want to know, that's all.
Know what?
She thinks you and Hazel Woolley.
Yeah, I know. Just because she's seen us together once or twice, she thinks we're having an affair.
I wouldn't go that far, no.
It's none of Mum's business. It's none of yours either.
No, but people do gossip. It's a fact of life.
I'm just making a pathetic attempt to enjoy myself for once, that's all. I'm not doing anybody any harm. Pat comes home tomorrow.
That's not how other people see it.
Oh, no, I'm sure it isn't. Anyway, if you must know, I don't even like the girl. And I get the impression she's not exactly crazy about me either.
Hello, Jenny?
Good. Well, that's all right then.
She's too clever by half.
Hello?
We're in here!
Yeah, come in. Why not? Never mind the doorbell.
Sorry to barge in like this.
Oh, it's all right. Don't apologise.
Hello.
I've been looking for you.
How did you know I was here?
I saw the car from the road.
This whole village is full of people snooping and spying all over the place.
I gather you've let the empty cottage.
Oh, how did you find out? It was supposed to be a surprise.
It was a surprise. I just went down there now and they were moving in.
What? But they weren't supposed to move in till next week.
I thought they were squatters. I was about to call the police when one of them produced a copy of the lease.
Who are they?
It's a homeless couple from Edgeley. Dorothy told me about them.
A couple? There were 3 of them there just now.
3?
2 blokes and a girl. Plus 2 mangy cats and a whopping great Alsatian.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I'll go down and tell them to clear out and come back on Monday.
Well, there's no point. They're in there now.
Are they going to pay rent?
But of course they are. £25 a week. And they've signed a proper lease.
I should hope so, too.
Well, what's the problem, then? You don't want to leave the place standing empty.
Oh, right. And it'll be extra money for us, Brian. I thought you'd be pleased.
I just wished you'd told me about it beforehand.
I wanted to do something on my own initiative for once. After all that fuss you made about me being extravagant.
Have they given you any money yet?
Yes. 2 weeks in advance. Cash. Not completely stupid.
A homeless couple. Brian Aldridge, the protector of the poor and needy.
How did they become homeless in the first place? That's what I want to know.
Oh, honestly, Brian. Haven't you ever heard of unemployment and the housing shortage and the poverty line?
So they're out of work, are they?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Hello? Anyone home?
Oh, crikey.
Pat, isn't it?
Anyway, I think you should have found out a good deal more about them before you let them into my property.
Sorry! We're back!
Oh, no, she can't be. It's too early. I haven't finished tidying up yet.
I gather he's been in trouble recently, something to do with driving a lorry without a proper license.
Oh, Dorothy didn't tell me that.
That doesn't make him a criminal, of course.
I suppose I should have asked you to begin with.
I can't really tell you any more about them. You know as much as I do.
She's such a sweet girl.
Well, I suppose she must be pretty tough underneath.
The thing is, that there are 3 of them at the moment.
Oh? Who's the third?
Her brother, apparently. He said he was helping them move.
I haven't come across him.
Morning.
They've got this huge dog chained up in the front garden.
Lovely morning.
Hello, Joe.
Are you going into Borchester?
Me? No, why?
We want to live this way. Are you going in later?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going in door today. What happened to your van?
Nothing. Eddie took it off somewhere.
Couldn't you drive Eddie's?
No, I can't.
Oh, yes, of course. Neil's got it, hasn't he? When's he going to give it back?
Don't ask me. I don't know why you won that out for it.
Well, anyway, I must be going. Bye, Richard. I'm sorry to keep you.
That's all right. Bye, Jennifer.
Bye.
No wonder they goes on about law and order. Where's it all going to end, eh?
I'm afraid I can't answer that one, Joe. I wish I could.
I dare say you can't.
Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I must go and unlock the church.
Hang on. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Oh? Well, I'll do my best, though I am a bit pressed for time.
That's all right. Won't take long. All I want is a yes or no.
Fire away.
You remember what you said on Tuesday?
Yes.
About Noah's Ark?
Yes, of course.
Well, what I want to know is, did it happen or didn't it?
Did what happen?
Did they have a flood? Was there an ark? And did the animals go in 2 by 2? Now, what do you say?
I'm afraid it's not quite as straightforward as that.
Come on, yes or no?
Joe, I wonder if we ought to sit down and discuss this properly. Would you like to come up to the vicarage sometime? I'll just have a look in my diary.
There's no need for that. You can tell me now. All I want is a simple answer.
It's not that simple. I really think we ought to have a proper chat about it.
I thought I'd had to spend the whole day scrubbing the house from top to bottom. I can't remember it looking this clean since your mother came to stay.
Well, I did my best. Did you find out what was wrong with the Hoover?
Well, the hose was blocked up. Keeps doing that.
Yeah.
No wonder you couldn't get it to work.
Oh, what's for pudding?
Apple crumble.
Oh, lovely. Any custard?
I'm just going to make some. Oh, you've no idea how nice it is to be home.
Oh, it's nice to have you, even though it was a day early.
I never want to see the inside of a caravan again in my life.
Oh, perhaps we'll go back to Greece next year.
I kept waking up in the middle of the night thinking I was suffocating.
I used to worry about the wind blowing us off the cliff into the sea.
You should have seen Tommy this morning. He rushed straight out to the sandpit with all his favourite toys. He'd never guess he'd been away.
He's probably forgotten by now. Hey, by the way, what happened to Rose? I was half expecting you to bring her back here.
Why should I?
Well, has been known.
You know, she started to smoke those rolls.
Flames.
Oh, by the time I left, she was down to king-size filter tips, at least 20 a day. Kept telling her everyone she smoked was 5 minutes off her life.
She gone back to her commune?
Oh, I think she's supposed to be going to Ireland. What you doing this afternoon?
Well, I'm going to fetch some of those bales from home farm. Then I'm going to do the milking.
About tonight?
Well, I don't know. Hadn't thought.
I thought we might get your mum to babysit and go out for a drink.
Yeah, why not?
I've got a sudden nostalgia for the good old English boozer. We could even go up to Grey Gables.
Oh, well, no, not there.
All right. Bull then.
I don't want to bump into Hazel Woolley.
I see. What's been up to?
Nothing. She keeps following me around. Don't know why. Think she might even fancy me.
Hazel?
Yeah.
Well, why shouldn't she?
Of course, Mum and Jennifer think I'm desperately trying to get off with her.
Oh, I'm sure your mother would be disappointed if you weren't.
Yeah, well, I'm not, am I?
Hello? Anybody there?
Is that Joe?
Yeah, come on in.
Hello?
Are you having your dinner?
Oh, it's all right. Pull up a chair. Has Eddie got his van back yet?
Yes. Not before time.
I thought Neil might hang on to it.
He wouldn't dare. He knew they'd catch up with him in the end.
So his new one must be mended.
Oh, I don't know. It's nothing to do with me.
Do you like some crumble, Joe?
Pat does a smashing crumble.
Well, I wouldn't say no.
There's plenty of it.
You're back from Wales, eh?
She came back a day early.
Been to see your family?
No, we stayed in a caravan. I did call in.
Would they be church or chapel?
Chapel. My father was quite a staunch Methodist.
Pat's an atheist.
No, I'm agnostic.
Methodist, eh? I heard a Methodist preacher once on the wireless.
Hellfire and damnation.
Well, I'll say this much for him. There was no doubt in what he believed in. Afternoon, Vicar.
Joe, good afternoon.
I don't want to disturb the peace of the house of God.
That's all right. I'm just getting ready for a christening.
A baptism?
Yes, if you like.
I dare say you know why I've come.
Yes, this business of Noah and his ark. Shall we arrange a meeting? I'm quite happy to discuss it at the proper time and place.
I can't think of a better place.
Well, all right, Joe. But you can appreciate I have got other things to attend to.
All I want to know is, are you ready to come out with an answer to my question?
Well, as I said this morning, there is no simple answer. It's not just a case of yes or no.
Do you believe it or not? That's simple enough.
It's certainly an intriguing story. It's surprising how many different religions and cultures refer to the myth of the Great Flood.
I'm not talking about the heathens, I'm asking you.
if you think of the parables Jesus told to his disciples, they weren't necessarily meant to be true stories. They were like pointers or signposts to a higher truth.
What's that got to do with Noah?
Well, in a way, it doesn't really matter whether there was a great flood or not. We should read the story for its message, rather than its historical accuracy.
What about Noah and the ark and the animals?
It's like many of the Old Testament stories. If you take them too literally, you risk overlooking their true meaning.
Just answer me. Do you believe in Noah's ark?
If you mean, did the animals go in 2 by 2, then I'm bound to say no. I don't think it actually happened. But that's just my own personal opinion.
So there it is then. I heard it with my own ears here in the house of God.
I think if you ask most of my colleagues, you'll get pretty much the same answer.
I know, I read the papers. I've seen them bishops on the television. I dare say you've got ambitions like anyone else.
It's my honest opinion, Joe. I'd be deceiving you if I said otherwise.
Well, I'm going to leave this church now, and you needn't expect to see me back again.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure there are many other matters on which we can agree.
You won't see me here again. If I can't hope to hear the true gospel preached in St. Stephen's, then I'll just have to go somewhere else.
The Archers was written by Simon Frith and produced by William Smethurst. The agricultural editor was Anthony Parkin, and the director in our Birmingham studios was Peter Windows.